What's going on, guys? JPS back for another video, and today we're going to be reacting to what is a pantomime. Ian Lachlan explains it all. So Ian Lachlan, I believe he works at the Coventry Theater, which is right outside of Birmingham and Coventry, obviously. So he has some good theater experience, but more importantly, guys, the British pantomime is something I have not been able to understand. I haven't understood the hype. I don't know what it is, but I know it's something that is extremely popular and deeply ingrained in British culture and tradition. I know you guys love going to the theater to watch a play, but this whole pantomime, like I just don't know where to start with it. So we're gonna be learning about it today, and hopefully in the future actually watching one of these performances. So feel free, guys, if you have any particular performances that are accessible on YouTube or some other platform, feel free to throw some suggestions in the comments down below. But yeah, with that being said, we're going to get right into this. Consider joining the Patreon as well. First link in description for full reactions to British TV shows and movies. We've started a new show, Allo Allo, along with our other big shows we're watching right now, Gavin and Stacey and Porridge. And we're currently about to add another show after finishing up It's a Sin. So along with many other British TV shows and movies, there's so much on there, a huge catalog and library of content and entertainment. I promise it's worth it. No pressure. Let's get right into this and see what is a pantomime. Here we go.
Lachlan and I write and direct the Belgrade Panto each year. I also play Dame in the show. Now, if you're watching this, you might be thinking of coming to one of our popular pantomimes. On the other hand, you might never have seen a panto before, and you're asking, what is a panto and why all the fuss? Well, let me tell you about what to expect. Panto is an important part of UK theatre history, dating back to the days of classical theatre. In fact, it came over from the continent during the Renaissance as commedia dell'arte. And of course, we made it our own. But much of the tradition we have in Panto today is actually from the Victorian era. Now, what can you expect from Panto now? Well, there's a heroine, the principal girl, who is strong and kind. Sometimes she's a princess, but not always. There's also a hero character, and tradition states that he is played by a young woman. She's the principal boy. I hope you're keeping up. Now, this young hero is brave and good at heart. He helps the heroine, often falls in love with her, and they get married at the end of the story. Now, the comic characters are also very important in the panto. There's always a dame, that's the character I play, and she is played by a man in a frock. In fact, the dame has lots of outrageous dresses. She's very funny and gets involved in silly routines with the comic. Now, both of them always cause a bit of chaos through the show. And the comic is usually played by a young male who is prone to getting muddled up and saying stupid things. Although he's always getting into trouble and being told off by the dame, he's very friendly and very lovable. He also helps the story characters on their journey and is our link to the children in the audience. Now, in Panto, good...
I see. So there has to be a particular reason why the opposite sex is playing the role of the opposite sex, like a male playing a woman and young woman playing a young man. Can someone tell me like the exact reason for that? Because I feel like it has some type of there have to be some benefits of doing that, like, or is it just part of the tradition? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments though, guys. Maybe my question will be answered in this, but I know the link to the children is important because they're definitely, I think this is like a family thing to go to, so it's for everybody to watch. So given that there's this formula or like, you know, structure where they have each of these characters or roles exists in any pantos, however refer to it, I think maybe. Are they similar? Like, are a lot of these panto performances similar, like the stories and stuff? Or let me know. I'm actually, this got me way more intrigued than I thought it would. Also, this guy, if there were a director of a panto, he is the exact person I would expect to be the director. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. He's just very, just seems like he would be involved in theater. Again, I mean that in the nicest way possible. Like, people like that are very, very important. And this is crazy. I did not realize it was that old too. Like, damn.
Good and bad are very important. As you look at the stage from the auditorium, the right-hand side of the stage is always the bad side, and the left-hand side of the stage is always the good side.
Okay.
The baddie can be male or female, and the two baddest baddies of all are Abanazar in Aladdin and Caraboss, the evil fairy in Sleeping Beauty. Now, often there is a good fairy who uses her magic powers to help the heroes defeat the baddie. But the most important thing of all to know about Panto is that the audience get involved. Yes. So if you come to see our Panto, you'll be able to cheer the hero and the good fairy and boo the baddie. Sing along, clap and shout and shout out, "It's behind you," in the ghost scene. You can also disagree with some of the characters and shout out, "Oh, no, it isn't," and "Oh, yes, you did." Now, as our Panto at the Belgrade is a traditional Panto, we often have a UV scene. Well, that stands for ultraviolet. It's a special kind of light where we can make huge glow-in-the-dark creatures appear. We also have a very silly slapstick scene in which the dame and the comic, and sometimes the dad from the audience, get covered in slosh. Now, our Panto always ends with a song sheet when everyone sings along. The comic and the dame sometimes have a chat with some of the children from the audience on stage. And of course, we always have a magical, glittering walk down. There's nothing like a Panto for fun, magic, a great story and spectacle. So why not come and see us at the Belgrade Theatre here in Coventry? You'll have a brilliant evening.
Let me know too who has been to the Belgrade Theater, if anyone has watching this video. I'm sure somebody has though. I looked it up. It's a decently popular theater. Now, in terms of the audience interaction, guys, to those of you who have been to Pantos, does anyone get over the top to where they're just yelling way too much or just speaking too much? Like, since they allow that, does it ever get, like, I would imagine so. There has to be somebody. But okay.
Have a brilliant evening. Oh, yes, you.
This is for people of all ages as well. Like, I've been to some theater performances and stuff like that before. You know, they're just like the classic stories and stuff, but I've never heard of anything like this. Like, the stuff involved in this just feels completely different. So let me know your thoughts on all this, guys. I feel like I learned a lot in this video though. I like the evil side too, bringing that in, because you know there's always going to be bad or evil in life, so you got to fend that off. But yeah, those evil characters look pretty cool to me. So yeah, I want to see that for sure. I love how the evil is the most intriguing to me. That's terrible. Maybe not though. That's how it goes. But yeah. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Any Pantos I should check out, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.